Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Capricorn Sun and Libra Moon in a natal chart. Now, first off, the basic character. First, I want to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is having that Sun-Moon combination in the natal chart, Capricorn Sun and Libra Moon in your natal chart. And first off, the basic character, which is the Sun, Sun being in Capricorn, can be very disciplined, structured, responsible, consistent, ambitious, but yet pessimistic and negative. Now, on the unconscious side, well, the conscious side represents the sun, the unconscious side, the moon. At an unconscious level, and which is the moon, in this case, the moon being in Libra, can be more relaxed, equitable, diplomatic, sociable, refined, and balanced. And this is a person that may bring that that Capricorn ambition into something Libra related, which can include something with the law or acting, art, arbitration, negotiation, maybe even working with scales in some cases. I'm being somewhat flippant there, but scales are associated with Libra. Now, the sun in astrology is connected with our basic ones, and the Capricorn sun wants to attain success. And the moon is about our emotional needs. Libra moon, needs relationships, collaborating with others, things that are aesthetic. They need balance, in their life or what have you. Intellectual sociability, and also bouncing ideas off others. And the sun in astrology is associated with the true self, and with the sun being in Capricorn, that true self is can be premeditated, serious, but yet melancholy and depressive. Now, the inner self is the moon. In this case, the moon being in Libra, that inner self can be charming, persuasive, and cooperative. The sun in astrology is connected with our driving motivation. So, the sun in Capricorn, the person may be driven and motivated, which is the sun, to improve their social status and stature in life, which is Capricorn. And the person, with the Libra moon, may do so, feeling more relaxed, balanced, you know, um, doing something that could be connected with beauty, art, which can include a wide divergence of things, including drawing, sculpting, painting. It could be more fashion design, as some examples. And I would say this would be more adverse if there's an actual, square aspect between the Capricorn Sun and Libra Moon. They're already, by sign, they're square. But when you have it by aspect, it can be more, adversarial. You could have a strong conflict, between, the sun and the moon. The Capricorn sun is really strongly, is because the sun is our basic fundamental character. And the Capricorn sun can be about looking after their own interests and their needs, often, taking precedence over others. But what's interesting, and then, if you have, the Libra moon is more, about collaborating with others, intellectual sociability, and being more people appeasing. So you have a strong contrast with the sun and moon energy, like you do in many sun-moon combinations. Now, again, going back to the square aspect, you could have more of a negative blending, too, with this energy. As an example, again, the Capricorn sun, the basic character may be about looking after their own interests, and it might blend with the Libra moon negatively, putting that charm in order to get those things their own interests. And in some cases, in some cases that can be true. I would say in least remote cases. But the thing is, and just because if you have the sun and the moon in signs that are compatible, doesn't mean they can't work well together. Again, it could be something where this person puts that Capricorn sun ambition into something that could be, Libra related, or it could be the person that might enjoy, doing something business related, in a partnership situation, as some examples. And anyway, the sun in astrology is connected with the biological father. And having a Capricorn sun, the biological father may actually be a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And the moon represents the mother in astrology. So having a Libra moon, the person's mother may actually be a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. Also, too, it's also about the perception of these people. So, having a Capricorn sun, the person may perceive the biological father as somebody that's structured, disciplined, responsible, ambitious, consistent, but at the same time may perceive that person as somebody that's overly pessimistic, negative, depressive, cynical. Someone that just is constantly looking after their own interests. Could be someone they perceive that as cold, callous, or undemonstrative. Now, with the Libra moon, the person may perceive the mother as someone that's charming, diplomatic, tactful, refined, sociable, and balanced, but may also perceive the mother as somebody that's overly ambivalent, indecisive, maybe puts on a superficial charm, maybe someone that's willing to compromise and acquiesce too quickly. So there are, positives and negatives in this. And the thing too, and the fact that going back to the square aspect, again, the Capricorn sun is making a square aspect to the Libra moon, I would say there'd be a greater propensity for a divorce or separation at some point between the biological father and mother. But a lot of that, the connection between the two can be more predicated and dependent on the synastry that exists between their own individual charts with each other. And, again, stating about that there is a strong, conflict in this energy. But, on the positive note, both these signs, of course, they're in cardinal signs. So this person can be very, action oriented, might be in a hurry to get things, started, but on the negative side may start, a lot of projects, and sometimes even simultaneously, may not finish all of them. Now, this could, be offset by having some, fixed energy in the chart, or fixed ascendant, as some examples, that in order to have, the follow through on things, projects and endeavors that may be embarked on. So, and it's just really, keep in mind, this moon is about, the sun is about the basic fundamental character, and the moon is connected with the the emotions. So having a Libra moon, the emotions can be, very, very balanced, and maybe, I would say nothing extreme in any, particular kind of emotional, kind of expression. And you have this Capricorn sun, the basic character is just being, again, being somebody that's consistent, ambitious, and responsible. And the sun is about our actions in astrology. The moon is connected with our reactions and responses. And having a Capricorn sun, the actions can be, very prudent, premeditated, done, may not act on something without, a lot of premeditation. And the Libra moon, may respond in a very, sometimes just very relaxed, type of manner. It might be, the responses may often be connected with trying to, reconcile, a situation. It could be after weighing a lot of pros and cons in something, trying to balance things out, so to speak, before reacting or responding to something or some situation. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.